Good everyone, my name is Graphics. In this video, we want to reproduce the figure that is displayed on the screen in orthographic projection. We have successfully redrew the figure that is displayed at the right hand side of the screen in isometric, right? Now we want to convert the isometric into orthographic. Now, to give you an insight of what you see, right, when you are looking at this side of the diagram, is this. If I project my axis, my plane, every figure has its own plane. If you're looking at it from this side, this is its plane here. So let me bring out that plane first of all. So this is what we have there, looking at it from that side. Now the next thing I'm talking about this figure here. So if I should call it, this is A, B, C, D, and if I call it to be E, here to be what? Here should be E. Right? Now that is what we have there. So the next thing you see looking at it from the side is this. You can see that. So that is what we'll be having here. So if I call this point to be point F, looking from this side is, let's say here is F, automatically here too is what? Is F. So that is looking at it from the side, right? Now the next thing is the plan, looking at it from the top. That's what we have, looking at it at different elevation. So these are the views you're going to see when you're looking at it from the top, looking at it from here. You're going to see this, you see this plane, you see this, and you see this also looking at it from the top. So these are the things that we're going to now transform into orthographic projection, right? And the question is telling us that the first thing you do when you're told to draw in orthographic projection, the first thing you're going to do, very first thing, is to draw your orthographic axis, right? Let me put it this way. You're going to draw your X, Y, and Z axis. So I'll draw my isometric axis, my X, Y, and Z axis. So let me start with the Y. So I have this to be the Y, right? This is the very first thing you're going to do. The very first thing you're going to do, right? Then you take your compass and you measure 10 or whatever measurement you choose to. But let me just use 10 for this video, from 0 to 10. And I'll place it at the center point here. I'll mark 10, 10, 10, and 10. Right? And I'm going to do this, draw horizontal along those 10 I measured. Come here again, another horizontal along the 10 I measured. Then the vertical, right? The vertical line this way, and also the vertical line this way. at any measurement of your choice. Are we good? So let's start. The question is telling us that we should look from this side, right? So this is our elevation. Is that okay now? So if it's in first angle, you draw your front elevation at this point here. So what is the entire length as shown in the question? From here to here is given to be what? That is 78. So I'm going to measure 78. This will be the reference point here. So I measure 78 on this point. So if I start from 0 here to 78, this is 70, 78 here, right? So I want to bring out the plane out. So what is the entire height? Entire height is given as what? As 44. So the entire height is given as 44. And I'm going to measure 44. So this is 44 here. So measure 44 here, right? And I'm going to close them up. I'll close them up this way. And I'll close it up this way. Let's make out the plane out first. You can see that. So I brought out that plane. So we know very well that the entire length here is thickened as shown in this question. So this is what I'm bringing here. So this is what, if you are told to draw in orthographic projection, this is what you are told to do, right? And the next thing is the height from here to here is given as 10. As in, it's given as 10, right? So measure 10 upward. So this is 10. From this point to this point is given as 10 here. And I'm going to close it up by taking the line, right? And also the height again from this point is 20. From here, we'll measure 20 to get the center of this line as shown in the diagram. That is from here. From this point to this point is what? 20. So I'll just take and I'll measure 20 from that point. From here to here is 20. This is 20. Can you see that? Now the next thing is, we're told that so from here to the center here, I'm going to measure what? 14, right? So measure 14 from this point. On that line, I'll measure 14. So this is 14 here. Can you see that? And I'll place my compass on that point to this direction here. I'll draw my arc this way. I'll draw this way a little bit. Now, here is joined to that end. If you look at it closely, this point is joined to this end, which is this point here joined to this end as I showed you earlier. So I'm going to draw it tangential to that point this way. Let me place it here this way. From here to this point. Can you see that? And I'll just place it here. Now taking here. Close your down too. Can you see that? And I'll close it up too. Now that's not enough. The distance from here to this point here is 50. So I'm going to measure 50. As shown in the diagram, that means from here to here is 50. So I measure 50, which I'm going to take it up this way. I see that. Then I'll get the center from here to here. The center here, which is 24, which I've already done before. I'll measure the 24. right? And that will be the center of this figure here. And the radius of the figure there is given to be, the diameter given to be 18. So I need 9, in which I am going to measure 9, 0 to 9 here. See that? And I'll place at this point, I'll mark left and right, and I'll take it up this way a little bit, because we're told in the diagram that from this, the thickness here, which is this thickness here, height of what? Of 3 millimeter, as shown in diagram. So we have 3 millimeter here. This is where it stops. So I'll just close it up, taking it, here. Then there's a circle in, and the circle has a radius of 12. So that means this circle you see in has of 12. I'll just measure 6, 0 to 6 here, and I'll place at the center point here. I'll mark left and right, which is the 6. I'm going to use hidden line to show that it is a true from this point. Hidden line, this, and this. Then this, and this. So we've done that, and I should just put a center line here to show that it is symmetrical. So you can see that. Now the next thing, we successfully reproduce this. So the next thing is to draw the plan. So the plan is the top. So after the elevation comes the plan. So what I'll just do is I'll just project my line this way, downward. Now there's something you need to understand. The plan has the same length as what? As my front elevation. So that means the same length from here to here is the same. Then the next one is just the width, and that's given as what? 50, as shown in the diagram, meaning from here to this point here is 50. So I'm going to measure 50, 0 to 50 here, and I'll close it up. So that will be the plane that we have there, this way, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'll be saying this, and we know the thickness here is just 10. So I'm going to measure 10 from this point, 10, which I am going to close up. I'll close it up. You can see that. Now what I'll do is from this point to this point here, which is this point to this point, as shown in the diagram, is measured to be what? 35. And I'm going to measure 35 from that point, right? So measure 35 from this end point here, and this is 35 here. And similarly, from here to here, which is from here to here, it's given to be 58. So I measure 58 from 0 to 58 here. Now what will I do? I'm going to start ticking in those lines. From this point to this point is ticking this way. From this point to this point here is also ticking this way, right? And it is closed up. This slant side here you're seeing here is ticking this way, right? And the next thing is this to this. Is that ticking? Then this is also closed up. So the next thing we want to do is to draw the circle here. So I will just do simply, I'll just draw the center line out down here. And I'm going to measure, as shown in the diagram, 18. From here to the center is 18. So this point to this point is this point to this point, which is also this point somewhere around here. So I'll measure 18 to get the center of that circle. Which circle? This circle. So 18 from this point to here is 18. Then I'll just draw a faint line this way first of all. Then take the radius of this circle here, since there is the same thing, the replicate of each other, and I'll place at this point, and I will draw. You see that? And I'll take the other one too from here to here, and I'll also draw. So that's what we have there. The circle in and the bigger circle. This top one will close down this, will block the second one so you cannot see it. So the next thing that we have is to draw the end view, which is this, looking at it from the side, right? So what I'll simply do here is I'll take my 45 degrees set square and I'll place it at this point here on my t-square. Then I'll draw my inclined line this way at angle of 45 degrees. So what I will do is I'll project those points. I'll project this point to touch here. I'll project this two to touch here. Project the circle two to touch here. Project the other circle two to touch here. You see that? Then this inner circle two to touch here. Then these two. All the points, I will be pushing them out, right? Then I'll go to the final point here, this top here. So my line will not pass here. So let's project this point upward to this. From this point, I'll have this, the first and this. So this is the plane here, this plane you're seeing where they meet, this to this is the plane of this here. So if I should project these 2 points here, I'm talking about this line here, right? It will be thickened. So thicken it from here to here, thicken it from here to here, thicken it. You see that? Then the height here, I'll also thicken it. So I'm going to project this way to get this thickness, which is this thickness here. If I project this line here, so it means that from this point here is thickened, and from this point here is also thickened, right? And I'll close that up. Then the next thing we have in here is this line here, which is this point here, and also this point. They're down. You can see that. So I'll project that point up. So this is the point. So I'll press it up this way. So it means that here is closed. Now the next thing is a circle, right? First of all, I can just come here and project here this way. Second of all, I'll project the circle. This is the circle line this way. Take it up. So from here to here is thickened. Then the next circle point is this. I'll take it up. From here to here is also thickened. Then I'll just close it up. So the next one is the inside circle. Let me do that. This circle here, if I project it to touch this, right? And the next one too is there. So when I take this upward this way, so it means that here is hidden, long, short, long, long, long. And the next one here is this. take it up. There's also this, right? So this is what you'll be having when you talk about orthographic projection of this figure here, right? This is what you need to do. I'm doing this to give you an insight of what you're going to see. So this is the orthographic projection here. So if you want to watch the isometric view, you can just click on the link at this top right corner here of the screen. It will take you to a place where you can watch the isometric projection of this view. So if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.